Wanted to show off a new pack I picked up this week, or a little over a week ago, as a new EDC pack, just for using to take to work, or if I want to carry a little bit less stuff into the bush, not take my full backpack. Wanted to bring something kind of like I usually call it a man purse, but yeah, like kind of like a haversack type option. So I got something new here. Wanted to show you, and just to be honest with you, for the price, I was super impressed with the quality, and because I paid about 55 bucks Canadian for this, but just wanted to say the quality was amazing, and just all the options on this thing. And I'll show you how much stuff I could fit on it for tomorrow's hike. Yeah, so let's get started, and I'll show you what I'm carrying. So first thing it has, and it's hard to see with all the stuff I have, but it does have a grab handle. I'm going to take this off here. So this is by OneTigris, and it's their waist pack. So the first thing I have on here is, it's kind of like a she-mag, but this is the, I would say the Cadillac of she-mags. It's a North by North kerchief. It's big, it's about the size of a she-mag. I've been wearing a she-mag for years, but yeah, I picked up one of these and I'm loving it. For winter, it's warm, but yet it's kind of cooling too. I usually use it as a scarf, but a lot of different uses for one of these in the field. So that's one thing I attached to the top. Next thing I have, my knife slid into the top here. There's a little pouch here you can slide things in. So I just have my bushcraft knife in there right now. Now if I flip this over, I've got two things on the back here. This is what would be riding against me. But I have my Silky Zubat saw, which I've tucked in these back straps here. And then I also have my Winkler Hawk, which I'm finding this is one of my favorite bush tools right now. It's I don't know, it's one of those tools that it's not good at any one task amazingly, but it's good at everything equally. So chopping, splitting, it's kind of your jack of all trades, master of none, but I'm loving this thing out in the bush lately. And then there's my saw. So the top pouch here, so it's got like the main bag part, but it does have a top lid here. I've been using this because I've been carrying this pack to work, you know, minus all the cutting tools. But I've been using this as my electronics pouch. So I've got, you know, headphones, spare charging cables. I have a little handkerchief for wiping things off in there. A couple power outlet things. So it works nice being on top. And that was one thing I was finding with my old haversack was a one big dump option. So you kind of put everything into one big place. But I've always been an organization freak, so because I had everything in different pouches, by the time I had all those pouches in there, I actually had a lot less room than actually having the individual organization, which is nice. So yeah, that strap would normally go over top when I have a little less loaded up. And the nice thing too with these straps, it's an extra thing to cinch something down to the top of your bag. And they also go to the bottom too, so if you want to put a ground mat or something like that on the bottom, you have that option. So there's two outside pockets as well. This first one is kind of like my first aid kit. I got a beard comb in there, survival blanket, and some tissue papers. And then I have my mini first aid kit. This is more just for my EDC pack and less for, I have a bigger first aid kit for when I'm using my backpack. So that's in one side pocket. Now I just loosely attach this on here, but on the other side, because there's molly all over this thing, I have my heavy cover canteen kit. My kit's in here, the cup, the lid. I have a hanging tongs for it too. And then in both pockets, I've turned this also into my fire kit. So in both pockets I have Altoid tins with fire starting material. This side I have a lighter, and on the other side I have another tin and a pocket bellows. So that should pretty much get me started, a fire started in most conditions. An emergency, I usually carry a ferro rod on me as well though. So we flip into this pocket. This is more of just a admin pouch I use it for. Got my flashlight, which is one of the through night ones. And then I also got, this is just kind of my pens and markers and stuff like that, notepad, just for if I have to take notes. I almost always have a little book on me for ideas and stuff, so that I'm just using as my pens and paper. Here I have a hook. I use that for my gloves. I don't have them down here right now, but if I'm not wearing them or if my hands get hot, I'll just clip them onto there so I don't have to stuff them in anything and use that room. Now on the other side, so this is actually the front. I'll unclip these now. Surprisingly big pocket on the front as well. As you can see, this thing's loaded up. This is something I've started carrying very often because I use my phone now for a lot of my recording. So the nice thing is, got a tripod, you can wrap it around trees, all sorts of stuff, but I'm really liking this for actually doing my video recording as opposed to my old camera, which was a DSLR but didn't take the greatest videos I found. So that fits in the front pocket. I've got a multi-tool, some gum, my business cards, stuff down in behind here. I don't want to drag everything out. I guess a little change purse. Reminders on knots, signal mirror, spork. Yeah, just some odds and ends. Got a sharpening tool here. Then even in the back, I got another beard comb. I got a big beard, so it gets tangled off a little bit. Some bank line, and these things are handy for all different reasons, but these zip ties, just pulling out as you need them, zip ties things together. So, very big pocket on the front. And as you can see, I can fit a lot of stuff in there, which is great. Now for the main part. So it also, when you have it against your body, it zips upwards. So your body's on this side. It zips upward and away. So if you're hiking and don't want to take this off. Oh, and one other thing I forgot to mention. I haven't used them yet, but if you are a waist pack kind of person, this is a waist pack. So you can pull these things out from behind this flap and you can suture up like a belt if you wanted to. It's got MOLLE on here, so you can add extra attachments like your heavy cover. But yeah, it's lots of options with this little pack. And here I've got this thing pretty loaded up as well. First thing, I got a bigger thing of bank line. Got my notebook. I don't know, I've always been someone that I'm a bit of a scatterbrain, so I like to write my ideas down in a book. So you got a map in here for planning a trip in the future. But yeah, it's just I really like to keep notes, to-do lists, things like that. So it's good to always have a book on you. Here is my food prep knife. So different from my bushcraft knife. I use that for splitting all sorts of wood, prying stuff off trees. So I won this a little while ago on Mass Drop for referring a bunch of people. But what I do is I keep this Moric Handsville, which is I use for food prep. And then I have this spork on the back. So this is kind of my, eating food knife. Slash backup knife. It's always good to have a backup too. And can't go wrong with Mora, as I've always, since I was a kid, I've had a Mora, so long-time fan of Mora. Behind here, so there's another zip-up pouch. I have an extra lighter and my ferrocerium rod. It's got some African wood there, which is supposed to be dry enough to start. This is probably my main one I use a lot because it's smaller. I can fit it into a pouch. So behind here too, I have my titanium stove. You've probably seen this in a lot of my photos if you follow me on Instagram. It's a titanium MSP Core 4 stove. This thing is, for what you get with it, it is light as can be. I've really over the years become a big fan of titanium with heavy cover because I used to have stainless steel canteens and they were just so heavy. well, you didn't realize they were heavy until you use a titanium canteen, and then, wow, big difference. So, yeah, there my little stove fits in here, which is nice. Also in here, I have a ground mat. This is from Hidden Woodsman. It's just a little square mat that's used for, you know, if you need a dry place to sit, if you need somewhere to put, you know, put shavings, stuff like that. It's just kind of a signal. Actually, I use this too as a pack cover. If I'm hiking and it starts to rain, I'll put this in my backpack, and then I'll just sling it over my back with these two things. And works great for keeping your bag dry too. And the last thing I got stuffed in here is my medical bag. So this is everything from my medications, Zantac. There's like a Cliff Bar, and they're all sorts of, you know, tissue paper, little things like that, toiletries. You know, in case I need to wash my hands, hand sanitizer, all sorts of little things in here just to kind of keep you clean and smelling good and sane. I don't go nuts. Yep. So yeah, for a lightweight little pack, I am loving this thing. You know, I've been carrying it all week at work. I've had a lot of compliments on it, and then really for the price, I've owned a lot of Maxpedition stuff, which, you know, usually you're paying over $100 for a lot of their stuff. And that's American. I'm in Canada, so it's even more expensive for us Canadians. But yeah, this was $55 Canadian. So really great price. Really nice company to deal with. And everything looks really, you know, quality built on it too. So really impressed. And my favorite part, actually the last part, is because it's small enough, it's really lightweight. I can actually, on my Hill People gear bag, set this on top, which has a square base. I can set this on top of my pack, and I have a strap that goes over. So the nice thing is, for my everyday carry stuff, if I want to bring it on a bigger hike or I'm going to be going on a camping trip, I can just put this pack right on top of my other pack, strap it down, and don't have to unload and start moving stuff to other little bags and kits for bigger trips. So really liking this pack, and I'm going to be out hiking tomorrow and using this on its first day hike, so we'll get to test it out a bit. But really impressed so far, and I think I might try out the waist straps tomorrow while I'm hiking. And this is going to be my loadout for tomorrow. So thanks very much for watching the video, though. Like I said, can't go wrong with, in my opinion, with OneTigris gear. It's and again, I purchased this. They didn't send it to me for free or anything, so yeah, give it a try if you're looking for something in this size for everyday carry. Anyways, thanks very much, guys.